Hello, guys. Here we are. Indiana Sports Connection. Thank you for being here. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the most laid back live stream I've ever done. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it from my recliner so that I am comfortable the entire time. So thanks for joining me, and leave your comments. Indiana out to a 6-5 start here. Let me turn my volume down just a little bit. First Indiana coach to win his first 7 games since Ranch McCracken back in 1938. It's just so impressive how quickly he's been able to get this group on the same page. Both sides. All right, Minnesota drives right down into the lane and takes the lead 6-7 right there. Early on, we had Connerway on a nice drive, get a 2-pointer to start, and he's driving down into the lane, passes it out to Wilkerson. Wilkerson drives baseline, finds Enright, and he gets a shot block, and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot. Enright going to the line. But Minnesota coming out with like a lot of fire right here in this first couple of minutes. All right, there we go. I had to type that out right there. But thank you guys for being here. 11 people. I mean, honestly, I would never really do this, so it's I'm trying to get better and better at the live videos. And Scottsburg, I definitely know where Scottsburg is. I know somebody in Scottsburg, or know of somebody. I'm not like good friends with them that won the lottery. And hey Corey, what's happening? And Sco coming from Evansville, Indiana. Thank you for being here. Yeah, tell me, do you know that person that won the lottery in Scottsburg? I'm sure they are world famous. And I'm pretty sure the story goes that they are broke now. Never been in chat. I love what to bring to the cover. Hey, thank you so much for being here. If you're a new subscriber, yeah. Connerway nails a 3, 12-7 Hoosiers right now. And yeah, they need to stomp Minnesota here. Minnesota came out with, looked like they were going to play pretty tough, but Indiana needs to take that away. And Minnesota with a long pass, dude made a nice cut under the basket and beat Enright to the basket for a quick 2. So 12-9 now. Enright in the corner, passes out Connerway, and DeVries misses the 3, a little bit off balance on that one. And Minnesota chucks up a 3, and oh shoot, that went right. Just a bad break off of Enright's hand right there. Up by 3, 14:57, going to a timeout here. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna run this live stream like just like Forrest Gump when he's running. I mean, I have chips and salsa here, so because I thought if I'm gonna sit here for 2 hours, I gotta at least be comfortable. I have my Indiana blanket, so if I fall asleep, somebody might call me. We are just at a commercial break right now. Oh yeah, Scottsburg. Yeah, I think I remember Jim Coyle talking about that. No, that's awesome. Yeah, all right. I thought that lottery story. Yeah, some girl I dated around here a long time ago, they were like their second cousin or something like that. Heck yeah. Matrix, let's go Hoosiers. Yeah, I know. The dude. I've been meaning to do this. The guy at I talked to him every once in a while through email, but Derek Larger, he always does the Colts games, and I mean, he's done a great job of like growing his channel and growing his base. I mean, and he's just like a regular dude that really gives a good perspective. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Getting right back from the commercial here. Yeah, the monkey's back there. He's got there's his black light is on back there. Minnesota inbounds and gets a nice play to get a guy wide open right under the basket. I blinked and that guy just came off of a screen. So 12-11, Indiana's ahead here. Just under 15 minutes now. Mark Wilkerson on the outside gets us to Alexis. Back out to Wilkerson. And they're trying to play like a two-man game on that side of the court. And it's like it was kicked out of bounds by Minnesota. So 4 on the shot clock and 5 on the shot clock. They added a second. So I'll get a good shot here. Tucker's got it. Goes with a little bit of a fader. And I don't think he hit anything there and out of bounds. And Indiana loses it. But yeah, it's a little bit of a slow start. But you can never tell. First 5 minutes are critical, but Indiana's not been able to really break out and run in this game. Minnesota's working around the perimeter. And a total brick job from Minnesota, but they grabbed the offensive rebound. That was definitely a rebound you want to see them get right there and run on the other end because that thing did not even draw iron. It just Sicily looking was on the other side of him, but and they're going to a review here. Yeah, DeVries looks pretty pissed off right here. And Minnesota, they got a new coach this year. That did not hit the back or hit the rim at all. So there's definitely like 5 seconds on the shot clock here. I hate when it takes forever for them to review these plays. And it's like, I mean, when it's so obvious, I mean, this is like a free timeout for Indiana a little bit right here, where I think DeVries wants to get them doing something different on defense or something. And it kind of looks like maybe Dorn is going to come into the game. But a long review, 3 people's brains are working on this. Yeah, I was reading that today. I didn't know how I mean, he must have done a pretty decent job out there to get a job in the Big 10. But Minnesota, they've fallen on hard times. I mean, they're even have been worse than Northwestern and Penn State, and that never used to be the case for them. But if you watch that Iowa game last night, Iowa, I think, is the new Wisconsin, and they're like the human rain delay. Yeah, I'd like to see him get into the game. Um, and I don't know if there's an injury situation with him. I know he played in those Puerto Rico games, so and he played a lot in those games. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's watched Illinois yet, but they have like pretty much 6 or 7 players, pretty much their whole rotation and guys coming off the bench are all from like European countries. I mean, not that that's a I mean, I like one here or there, you get a Juve Blob, you get a a Harris Mujezinovic, but boy, to have like you're in Illinois and you got like all guys that how do they practice? I mean, do they all speak the same language? Is one guy speaking like Russian and the other guy's speaking like it's from like Kazakhstan or something like that? But we do know this: the Europeans have picked up their basketball. All right, the game's back on. They got a after a long delay for no reason, and Sicily comes out of the game. Tucker DeVries comes back in. All right, legal screen there. And they're talking about how that Crocker Johnson gets in a lot of foul trouble. Enright brings the ball up, gets it over to DeVries. He was in his spot, about to fire up another 3 ball. Gets it to Wilkerson, to Alexis, back to Wilkerson. He falls down in the corner. He throws it off of and it bounced off of the Minnesota guy, and then it bounced off of Wilkerson, and there you go. Just a you just don't know where that ball is gonna bounce. It hit right off of his foot and came right back and hit him in the arm. So far, a little bit of a sluggish start on offense. I mean, some just unnecessary turnovers, and Wilkerson's got to be stronger on his drives. Minnesota just gets an easy bucket there, and they're on a 6-0 run in the last 2:28 now. 13 minutes to go in the game. Oh yeah, 13. That's oh, and another turnover, another a ricocheted ball. All right. I mean, you're down 3. I mean, there's a ton of time left, obviously, but I mean, this is practically playing on the road about the most adversity being behind that this team has faced so far. Dorn drives in the lane. Ristic has it to Alexis around the perimeter to Tucker, and he gets a great rebound by Alexis to follow the shot up there and to get that in. That is like exactly what they needed right there for sure. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's watched Purdue brought in the one foreign guy that Purdue brought in. I'm not sure exactly where he's from, like Germany or somewhere, but he looks pretty good. I mean, he has got a great shot and he's like a really like thick, hard to guard dude. So maybe this guy can really. Alexa throws up a rainbow and yeah, and Minnesota is playing some tough defense on DeVries and Wilkerson. They have to do something different. These they're getting some moderately good looks, but a lot of them he's kind of off balance. Minnesota goes around the perimeter here, drives baseline and puts it in for 2. 17-14 now. Minnesota takes a lead here. Enright brings the ball up the and 6 second chance points already for Minnesota. So Indiana's got to clean up the rebounding. And another turnover off of Enright's leg. They get out into open space and terrible play by the Minnesota guy right there because he had 2 guys to his left to pass to when he could have thrown that behind the back or just lobbed it over. And great play by Tucker DeVries there to knock the ball out of his hands. But this is the first time. I mean, everybody knows that plays in the Big Ten that the barn can be one of the worst places to be at. I don't know why. But we are at a commercial break here. Thank you so much for everybody for joining me. Yeah, I don't know who that is exactly, but no, you're right. They do like all the European countries. They at least know how to speak English. Some of the I don't know if you get into Western Europe, it does get a little bit sketchier. Some of those countries, the closer to Russia you get there. But it's good to see another dude coming off the bench to play. Jack Benter. Yeah, I've been watching this November. I have watched so much basketball. I don't know if anybody caught the Kentucky UNC game the other night, but uh, Kentucky was terrible from the 3-point line in that game. I think 1 of 13, and then they scored a lot of points in the paint. And I mean, always scored a lot, but I mean, I think Indiana can beat Kentucky at Kentucky. I just think they can. I've been watching them. They play kind of a disconnected. Um, and watch, I say that, and Kentucky will play like their best game when they play Indiana. But just I've watched about 4 of their games so far, and I'm just not super impressed with what Kentucky can do right now. So that and they're not super high in the rankings either. I think they're ranked like 17th now. So they were what 6 to start the season. So, but this game this Saturday against Louisville, that is going to be a real tester. I mean, if they can stick with them, play them down to the wire, and even if they could somehow win this game, I think it's up. Like, I think it'll be a pretty even match game. Um, I think it's Louisville is averaging uh 94 points a game right now too, so it should be a high scoring game. But they are back from the break. Darren DeVries looks a little bit mad over there. Oh, the other thing about Minnesota is that raised floor. It is such like the worst place to I've heard coaches because and Minnesota fires up a three, it bounces over the end of the backboard. All right. So well, DeVries is shaking his head. I don't know. Not happy about something that happened right there. All right. Reed Bailey drives in. Oh, and it just rattled out, and he gets it to great pass, great look by Enright to grab that rebound and see that DeVries was wide open. That's what I'm talking about. Like that shot was much better for DeVries. He was able to catch it like all in one spot and get a rhythm shot up there. So that's great. He's 1 of 4 now, so he needed to see that one go down. All right, and another good defensive play by Indiana on the other end. As soon as this team starts dropping shots, I mean, too, their defense gets way more engaged. But after the timeout, I mean, I will say Darren DeVries, when he calls a timeout, they normally, you'll see him go like have a couple minutes stretch like they did right there and have kind of a lull, but he normally gets them right back on track. And Connerway right into the basket. Nobody stops him and he goes in for a layup. So 19-17 now, and we're under 10 minutes. All right, Minnesota. He drives down in and banks it in. 19-19 now. DeVries, he's working the ball to the right, throws it over the top to Reed Bailey. Enright makes a great save, throws it into Wilkerson around to Connerway. He fires up a three. Bailey grabs the rebound, and Minnesota then grabs a rebound. Bailey could not put it in right around the basket. He had definitely, I mean, and this is the Big Ten, a couple of those that didn't go in, but Minnesota's got the ball now. Working it around the perimeter to oh, and a foul called on Osama gets a foul called on him, and I believe it was Reed Bailey. Boy, I thought that was a foul, but he got him on the arm a little bit. Reed Bailey on that play before, but all right, Indiana's got the ball back, bringing it up. Connerway moving, grooving, drives in, pops it out to Enright, back to Connerway in the corner, and Connerway nails the three. All right, he's got to take that when you're wide open in the corner like that. Good to see him. He's made 2 now in this game. Minnesota drives it down. There's like a scrum. Wilkerson gets his hands on it and a jump ball. Good fight from Indiana. Wilkerson's doing some extracurricular yelling over here. I like this. Minneapolis is like a ghetto Santa workshop this time of year. I bet it is. Well, it seems like Indiana is they're starting to turn the corner here and gain some control of this game. Nobody ever does these live streams from their recliner, so this is a new thing. I gotta say, it's much more comfortable. I hate sitting in that chair back there for like I've done a few of these when I first started doing this channel, and yeah, 4 hours on a chair like that, it'll sign you up for some hemorrhoids right there. We are at a commercial break. Let's I get my phone. Let's look at the stats here. Boy, I mean, halfway through this half, and Minnesota has not been to the free throw line, and that is the one thing they. Well, that's good for Nico Medved. I mean, hopefully somebody can get Minnesota into the tournament at some point. Not like we can talk though. I mean, all right. Conaway's got it around Tucker DeVries. Just Tucker DeVries comes right out to the top of the key. Nobody really follows him. And I don't know where Minnesota's defense went that was playing tight on him all over the place, but they seem to just forget what was going on there. 11-2 run now by Indiana in the last 2:45. Minnesota working it around the perimeter. Over to Asuma. Asuma takes a three from straight away, right off the end of the iron. Good job by Conaway to jump in there and poke that rebound to one of his players. Conaway open for the three, and that one doesn't go. DeVries goes for the steal, and he tracks it down before it goes out of bounds. All right, Minnesota's kind of running a weave, working it around the perimeter again, and all right, and Conaway picks his pocket. Crocker Johnson, I don't know. Crocker Johnson did what you absolutely don't want to do. Get the ball stolen from you and then foul the guy that stole it from you. Like if you were a coach, that's like or a fan, that is what would just drive you nuts. So don't compound your mistake by doing that. Now he's one of their best players. He's the guy that I believe he was at North Carolina. He transferred from like Belmont to North Carolina, but didn't have a very good year there. But he's got 2 fouls already in this, so we'll see how long he plays. There's 5 minutes left. All right, Conaway got it around and he turns it over, throws it right into some people's legs with that bounce pass. Just was not there for Conaway on that one. So Trent Sicily comes back into the game and Sam Alexis back into the game. So I'm always happy to see those guys always seem to bring some energy for a good 3-4 minutes when they pop into the game. So see if Indiana can get a couple of loose rim runners down low. Yeah. Turns it over, then fouls the guy. Minnesota throws the inbound pass in. Suma up top, throws it over to the right side. All right, and that goes off the glass there. Minnesota misses the shot. Lamar Wilkerson got it. He's driving on the right side. He gets his shot blocked. Great block by the Minnesota guy right there. But all right, and Enright gets the rebound. He's driving up the court, tosses it over to the left to Alexis. He's gonna back this guy right down into the basket and dump it in for 2 points. 27-19 for Minnesota. And IU on an 8-0 run. Oh, a good cut by Minnesota. They backdoor. Yeah, Trent Sisley just just got caught in a bad position and did not get in a good spot to stop that. So, but 3-point play right when Indiana's really, I thought, gonna kind of put the hammer down here before halftime and maybe extend this out. So Sisley goes to the bench, 3 fouls. Not a good outing for him here with that many fouls with the limited time he's played. Nick Dorn is in. Tucker DeVries has the ball on the right side. He's working his guy. Now to Enright. To Alexis. He comes off of a screen. Back to Enright. And Enright with a long banker shot runner. Kind of a prayer, but hey, he'll take it. That floater off the glass, and that was high off the glass. 29-22 IU now. Whoa, and a great steal by Tucker DeVries. Good job to get it in the passing lane here. And he blocked his shot from behind. Indiana cannot be going up for dunks if they are not in position for dunks. I mean, this is one thing, and I know that gets the crowd hyped up and everything like that, but man, sometimes you just got to go for the old-fashioned layup when you're in the open court, especially if I mean, that's some great defense by that dude running him down the court. And I mean, that white guy can jump. I mean, I think he was blocked Lamar Wilkerson's shot. So, I mean, I think there definitely could be a case where, like Wilkerson, DeVries, these guys have not played consistently against like better caliber players. I think that's probably where, teams in the Big Ten, they're not only more skilled players, but they're just smarter, more developed players, so because you can definitely see Wilkerson struggling driving the ball. And against the lesser competition, he was okay at it. But yeah, we're on a commercial break. Yeah, and that was a great pass. That was a great pass by that Minnesota guard. I mean, just one hand and like perfect delivery. You know, at first when they started doing this, where they played 2 Big Ten games at the beginning of December, I did not like it very much, but I gotta say, it's kind of grown on me that you get kind of a preview, and it seems like Indiana always plays 2 weak teams. But the conference games are always better games to watch. Just I'll say this, Minnesota is playing a style that is not like what I've seen, you know, Ben Johnson. I've watched that style. I've went to a couple of the Minnesota games that were at Assembly Hall the past couple of years because they're normally one of the cheaper tickets for one, but they're just playing more of a perimeter type style where they're really trying to work off screens that looks kind of more like what Indiana is trying to do with Darren DeVries. So, but as far as like this coaching staff is concerned, you know, it's not like it's a change from last year. You know, Mike Woodson probably wouldn't even notice that they had a new coach this year. And Minnesota goes to the line and they missed the free throw. So I would just like to see Indiana get to about 42 or 44 points here and maybe have this at like 42. See if they can go on a run in this last 3 minutes and maybe run and gun a little bit before they go in, but kind of like extend this out to about 12 points or something before the halftime. Right. Sam Alexis, he's backing this dude down in, and they call a foul on him. Yeah, Grove, he's overmatched. I mean, this guy can jump for a white dude, but right there, Sam Alexis just has more beef on him there. Yeah, that's true. All right, they get it into Alexis. Now to Lamar Wilkerson. And he flips it over to Tucker DeVries, sets the screen, and then comes up, just rattles out, and a foul on Alexis after Minnesota grabs a rebound. But I always think the last few minutes of the half, like you want to just, you got to put, and the beginning of and everybody knows Bob Knight, that was his thing. The first 5 minutes of the second half, but like how you end the half and start the next half, you can throttle a team right there. Sometimes a team like Minnesota, they might be like, boy, and they're in the bonus now. So IU's got 7 fouls, so they go to the line to shoot. So 29-23. 308. And Indiana doesn't get the rebound, and then Minnesota hits a 3-pointer. So a 4-point possession there for Minnesota, and they get right within 3 points. Now the crowd's back into the game. And Wright brings it up. This is gonna tell Indiana's got to play these last 3 minutes and not get rattled. And they turn the ball over right away. Conaway throws it away in the middle. Suma's handling it, drives left. They bring it back out, slow it back down. Don't. And a reach and foul on Alexis, and they put him to the line. Yep, 29-26 after that 3-pointer now. Oh, that was Conaway. I thought they called that on a stupid way to get your second foul with a couple minutes left here. That free throw rattles all around and goes in. But this game, I did not think that this game would be this close. And Indiana should. I did not even look at the line on this game. I figured Indiana was probably about a 15-point underdog over, or Minnesota was a 15-point underdog. Hey, Jocko, what's happening? Thanks for being here. All right, they get it to Alexis down low. And he traveled. Oh my gosh. I got to see that. I didn't think he traveled, but I thought he was just trying to jump off of 2 feet there, but just a lot of things not going IU's way here in the last, actually, just since I said that they needed to extend this lead, they just have played like crap since that point. Foul called on Dorn. And that's 9 fouls on Indiana in this half. And Minnesota, like they got 5. So, well, you just never know. Minnesota's lost the last 3 games. Get that rebound. All right. Oh, I thought Minnesota was going to get that rebound on the free throw. DeVries has it out top. Passes it over to Dorn, to Reed, and Bailey in the middle. Oh, and that was not a great shot by Dorn. Went left and shot that 3-pointer a little bit off balance to my liking. I just feel like they need to go to somebody that can get a bucket down low, and they are just getting. It's just all kind of going bad for Indiana. They're just getting foul call after foul call now, and Indiana's in the double bonus now, or Minnesota's in the double bonus now. So a tough end to this half. I mean, Minnesota played tough defense when they first came out, and then they kind of had a lull in their defense there, and they were letting DeVries. But I thought this coach, this Medved, I mean, he pulled them back in, and they've started to harass Indiana, and Enright turned the ball over. Conaway turned the ball over, and we're not getting as good a looks either. Wilkerson in the middle, pass it out to Enright, and then Wilkerson gets it back at the 3-point line, works his way all the way down in, and gets fouled. I think Wilkerson kind of got bailed out there a little bit because he had nowhere to go with the ball, and that guy was just not really moving. And so 31-28, a minute 22 left. I mean, Indiana could still get a couple of stops here and extend this lead out to more like 8 points. But Minnesota's got it. They're on the right side, playing kind of a 2-man game, but he drives past Wilkerson. Didn't really cut him off baseline right there and just let him get really right into the basket and got everything he wanted, like a layup. So 30-31, Indiana cannot get a stop there, and we're under a minute. 7 offensive rebounds to 3 offensive rebounds for the Hoosiers. And Reed Bailey goes all the way into the basket, gets a foul there, and Indiana's got to force the issue down down low. I mean, I think they're guarding if they're guarding DeVries and Wilkerson, we can work the perimeter, and we need to get some of these slip screens where Sicily, Alexis, and Reed Bailey can get some shots running into the basket because that seemed like it was really wide open right there on that series. Yeah, Grove has 3 fouls on. I mean, it's a little bit of foul trouble, but I always feel like in these games they make such a big deal about foul trouble in the first half, and sometimes it never turns into anything. Like a guy with 2 fouls ends the game with 2 fouls. Especially guards, I think can control their fouls easier. And I don't think Minnesota has any one guy where it's like they're gonna dump the ball into some big guy down low. Yeah, that's big. I mean, Minnesota does not have a bunch of front court depth, so that Grove getting a third foul is big, and that's what I think Indiana's advantage. Get their down low guys, him, and they don't have any backups that are going to be able to handle Alexis. All right, Minnesota brings the ball up 33-30. Under 25 seconds now. Asuma's on working Wilkerson. They're just working around the perimeter. Asuma takes the 3 and he misses. Indiana had like 3 guys like collide on the rebound and not good. Tyson for them nails a 3. And Enright has got to get this up. Oh, and DeVries, a tie game at halftime. I mean, that was a pretty entertaining first half. I mean, there weren't. I thought Minnesota would be at the free throw line a ton more than they were at the end of the half. That's how they got themselves back into the game. Indiana's they gotta like not foul, but I am going to make some popcorn. Yeah. What Dorn and it was like three guys knocked heads like the Three Stooges right there, and all fell on the ground and tough. I mean, that's just a tough.
My team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Champions concert! Keep the ideas coming, team! Don't let your school get one up! Come on, help win your school $1 million! Who painted that?
All right. Well, this game is not going exactly how it's planned. I mean, we'll see how the rest of it's gonna shake out, but tie game. Let's just look at the halftime stats of this right now. And yeah, this is the Big Ten. It's gonna be a battle. So end up 4 of 12. So even the mathematician can figure that's 33.3% on threes. I mean, not terrible. You want to hit a couple more. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 10 rebounds to Minnesota's 14 rebounds. They're shooting 44% from the free throw line. So not great for them. 4 of 9 on those free throws they got. And they're 3 of 12 on their threes. So 25%. Both teams are shooting 48% almost exactly. Minnesota's 48.1, 13 of 27, and we're 12 of 25 in this. So, Minnesota's getting a few more opportunities to shoot because they're getting more 6 offensive rebounds to our 3 offensive rebounds. So they're able to put up a few more shots there. And they got 5 steals. We got 4 steals. We got 6 turnovers. They have 7 turnovers. I mean, they got 20 points in the paint and we have 14. And then, so it's tough. Indiana's going to have to play a better half here. Yeah, I mean, they're saying at the halftime, DeVries cannot get any easy looks, and Lamar Wilkerson, when he drives the ball, I mean, he's got to have more of a idea in mind of like how he's gonna make it. But yes, I love popcorn for the basketball. I'm the kind of person I just eat the entire bag every single time. There's no other way to do it. Well, we got quite a game on our hands here, and I mean they got to get the W in this game. I think this is a good tester game. I said this was a trap game because I mean the big game against Louisville and all the hoopla, everyone's going to be thinking about. I mean, Indiana's going to play Louisville, the Big Ten championship, game on Saturday. There's all that stuff to look forward to, and yeah, no, so I don't know. Indiana gets a little bit of a scare here, but hopefully they get they just need to get their shit together and start to play better, play harder. Minnesota's really going after it.
It's the biggest sale of the year at Dick's. Score up to 30% off hoodies from Nike, Carhartt, more, and up to $40 off shoes. Plus, up to 50% off NCAA clothing and up to 50% off basketball hoops. Shop in store and on Dicks.com. Don't miss Cyber Week deals.
This is game 1 of 3 tonight in the Big Ten. We got Northwestern and Wisconsin coming up next. Then we will head out west, UCLA and Washington. Let's get ready for Wisconsin. What did you focus on there?
Anytime you go play at Wisconsin, you go on the road, you can't do yourself. You got to take her at basketball. You got to take good shots. And when he gets an automatic thing, move the basketball side to side. And for on the other side with Wisconsin, I want to see the only winner get going again. Really show me against TCU. The 3 points didn't bother me, but the 3 field goal attempts that did, Big Fella has got to be fair.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, they got 3 major injuries. Yeah, this is not Indiana's not playing very well in this game. So it's yeah, you don't want to lose this first road game for DeVries. I mean, the Indiana fans, me included, are very very temperamental about losing to certain teams. Minnesota, Northwestern, Penn State.
We are all even at the bar. Kate Tyson, Big Ten's leading scorer, 9 points, 33-33.
What is happening, Ryan?
Where can be? What could possibly go wrong? But not go as planned.
It never does.
Ultra. What's your beef? Do you have a favorite popcorn? What's your key?
Can't wait for you guys to try this. It's so good. For the recipe online, grab a little seasoning, we're all set.
You thought they're done.
I think you need a little bit of patience.
When you want a reliable without the side of family drama.
So there's this guy over in Woodburn, and he makes these coasters out of like just all kinds of like different types of wood. But he sells them on. I found them on Facebook garage sales. But he will make you, and they're very finely lacquered. He'll make them circular, whatever way you want him to make them. I mean, he'll make whatever team you want to. But and he makes all kinds of like. And I have his card in my wallet, so I should be saying where he is. It's like Zinn's Woodworking in Woodburn, Indiana. Water tonight. No, nothing. And okay, I definitely will. I'll say the score more often. I did some football live streams like 3 years ago and I don't know what it is, but the cadence of announcing a football game is like almost easier than it is a basketball game. Yeah, 3 fouls. Sicily, he was only in there for like 2 seconds. I thought him and Alexis were really going to ignite the team there at the end, and it was like the exact opposite. So I'm trying to not drink alcohol at all. So it like, I'm gonna be 43 in a few weeks, and it's like, I mean, I just can't even have like even a couple drinks without feeling like complete crap. And so I will I'll hit the weed pen a few times, but I don't know if I'm gonna go to either one of the games on Saturday, because if I go to one, I almost like want to stay there, and then I'd be somewhere in Indianapolis to watch the football game. So I might just be sitting right here, and I might live stream the basketball game and the football game from right here and do something like that. So but yeah, I wish I could go. I've went to a lot of games this fall. Well, just 3 of the IU football games, and then 2 of the basketball games so far. But yeah, it's a pretty expensive ticket, like $400 to sit in the nosebleed seats at Lucas Oil, and that's not my favorite spot to sit there. I really want to see Indiana's defense. If they could do to Ohio State's offensive line what they did to Oregon, that would be great to see. I mean, I keep thinking about that game, and if you go back and watch it, I mean, Indiana really set the tone. Um, but yeah, Indiana's defensive line in that Oregon game, they really had like a tackle for loss to start. They just did not allow Oregon to run the ball, and then really started getting after it. I mean, they're going to have to do that against Ohio State. I think that's your best chance of if you can get after Sayin and get some hits on him, and then get him thinking, because Dante Moore in that Oregon game and some like the Iowa game, because Iowa's quarterback played pretty well in that, but when you can't run the ball and you know that those guys are coming, it just seemed like Oregon's quarterback was rattled. I mean, I usually got to definitely do that to Sayin, because I'm just saying he hasn't faced any big time pressure. I don't care about the games and his completion percentage and all that. It's like, how many times has he really been like had to throw the ball before he was ready and do stuff like that? We'll see. Landino, and I am like, but yeah, I mean our line, Wyatt is hurt, but Landino, Kamara, all those guys get healthy, and hopefully they can put out that type of effort like they did. And who knows how much Indiana blitzes. I've kind of wondered if they should put D'Angelo Pons on Carnell Tate. This was Bill Belichick's what he always did. Put your best corner on their second best wide receiver to lock him down, and then double team the best wide receiver. That's what I would do, because Tate's tough. Pons is shorter. Jeremiah Smith is so tall that's why I think he might just have some struggles there. So we'll see. But the game is back on. 33-33 is the score. So we got to get after it. That will. It is one of the biggest Big Ten championship games that's been played in probably the last 20 years. All right, Minnesota's working it down inside. Crowder has the ball, and nice play by DeVries to poke the ball away. And he like hurt his thigh in some weird way there or something. So he just like crumbled right there. They've traveled. That was a third foul on Crocker. I thought the dude traveled before he I thought he shuffled his feet on the shot fake. All right. Well, that's a big break for Indiana. Put him on the bench. I mean, he's only got 3 points. All right. Reed Bailey takes it right into Robbie Humble's saying it right now. I think Indiana should do that. Go inside right here and make these guys. Bailey misses the first free throw. Boy, Minnesota bringing in a real big dude off the bench. I mean, they don't have anybody else to put in, but this guy does not look like he's going to want to be running the floor. He's a big load guy. Oh, Wilker almost give up the ball. Minnesota bringing the ball up, almost tripped it up, and Wilkerson almost took it away. They're working around the perimeter. They fire up a 3 ball, and it goes in. Minnesota takes the lead. 36-34, Minnesota now. Peyton Conaway brings it down into the corner. Bailey sets a screen. They work it over to the right side. Wilkerson open for the 3, and a nice grab that rebound by Bailey. A good rebound. Gets it back out to Conaway. Conaway shoots up the 3 and misses. And Enright almost had that one and went off of his hand, but I thought Minnesota, if anybody hit it, I don't know if they're gonna. Oh, Minnesota's challenging this. Oh no, Indiana's challenging it. It's just the color of that is the same as. All right. Well, this game is starting to seem like it's going to be like a 69-67 type of game the whole way. Yeah. I think Indiana's got such an advantage inside on some of these guys. They can do some definite work there. Get my phone.
We are here in the medicine that keeps your family healthy, in the food on your table, in the discoveries that drive the nation and economy forward. We've always been here, in the solutions shaping a better future across the country in every corner of life. Research, teaching, solving, innovating. Our campus in your community. Every day, we are here.
At Dig, we're all about ants. Like our new limited time crispy onion cheeseburger, $7 meal deal.
There we go. I can actually recline this chair and still talking to the microphone. It's perfect. Yeah, I thought the Minnesota guy, I thought his hand came through and hit it, and the end right went like that before. And yeah, it didn't, like, it just went straight out of bounds. Here we go. They got a. Oh, it did. Oh, wow. Well, there it's. Well, no. Yeah, that was yeah. That was a tough one. I mean, it was hard to tell. Whatever. I mean, Indiana's just got to start playing better. All right, Bailey grabs a rebound. Get out and some. Connerway is working it over to the left side. Now to Bailey on the perimeter to Wilkerson. Oh, and he drives in and gets a foul called on Turner. Yeah, and that was a better move. You know, he's kind of dropped the ball a few times when he's driving, or just kind of mishandles it. Yeah, be nice if he scored like 15 in this half, and he can definitely do it. So. All right, they get it down to Turner, Minnesota. It's 36-35 now. 17-40, and Minnesota's got it. Go over, and Tate Connerway takes the ball right away from the guy down low. Nope, and drives down in. A nice aggressive play by Connerway to take the ball away, and they just need to do like some more of that, steal the ball away from Minnesota without fouling. And yep, just kind of brought the double team real quick there, and slapped it away. They missed the first free throw. Still 35-36. Misses both of the free throws. 35-36 still. Minnesota's driving. Thought they'd call an offensive foul there, maybe, but nothing called. Yeah. How is that not like a push off? And right out to Bailey. Now Tucker DeVries has it. Lamar Wilkerson drives in, gets his shot blocked by Turner. Big dude down low, and this time he blocks his shot, and Minnesota works the ball in the corner, shoots a baseline three, and he misses, and Connerway grabs a rebound. He's running up the floor, and Turner runs over him, so another foul on him. Yeah. Connerway just did like the classic guard thing and just dribbled right in front of that guy and stopped, and he just ran right over him. So just a smart play by Connerway to get another foul on that big guy, because all right, pass into Reed Bailey. You got DeVries working the ball now down to Reed Bailey. He's backing into the post, and it can't finish the shot off the backboard, just right off the rim. And a bad pass by Minnesota. They just turned the ball over right there. About 40 people in here. Thank you so much for everybody for being here, hitting that thumbs up button, subscribing to the channel, and yeah, this is fun. I mean, it's normally I sit here alone, or yeah. Indiana down 3, 35-38, 15-47 mark. I mean, they're going to fight right now. This is honestly the first game this team's played where they're kind of like being thrown into a wrench with the way that the other team's playing defense, and it's been kind of a choppy game, just the way, like, I don't know, like they've not been able to get many fast break opportunities or places. Minnesota's done a good job of being able to have their defense set up where Indiana's not able to get out and run. Yeah, he does. Bailey has to finish around the basket. I mean, Alexis is much better at it, but so many times Bailey, he misses the he's got to get some of those put-ins just so he can get those 3-point plays. I think he'll get better. Sometimes it seems like there's been a couple of games, maybe he's got like, I mean, I hate to say this, but Todd Lindemann syndrome. He would just get the ball knocked out of his hands. Well, I say to that, I mean, I know, and not to reminisce about the past, but if you just do that, like slap the ball drill every day for like 10 minutes before practice, that was one drill like Knight did all the time before practice to help people with that. Because yeah, being able to have the ball with two hands, even when somebody slaps down at it and you don't let the ball get out of your hands, is like critical in the type of players they have in the Big Ten. Michigan State, they love to like have a guy like chip down and slap at the ball when you're being guarded by somebody else. But only 35 points right now for Indiana with 15. Definitely their worst offensive performance they've had. All right, Bailey hits the first free throw, 36-38. So 36-38, missed the second free throw. This is gonna start to be a real sweating it out if it gets under like 8 minutes, and And right, throws it back to Sicily, wide open for the three, and Sicily nails the three ball. All right, it's good to see him come in and actually get something, and he's had all those fouls. So all right, Minnesota is working it around, and Reynolds drives the ball, and he is fouled. Reed Bailey, that's his first foul. So I wouldn't care right here if he had like Bailey and Alexis in the game at the same time. I've seen him with that combination, and both of those guys are a little bit bigger. Maybe they can, they can set screens. I know Alexis is good at setting screens, to help get DeVries and Wilkerson open. All right. They hit both free throws. So Reynolds hits 2, 40-39. Indiana down 1, just under 15 minutes to play. And right, down to Alexis. And puts it in. Just backs down in and puts it right in the basket. Yeah, Alexis has a lot more quickness than this guy Turner. So he's got a good mismatch on him to take him down. 11 on the shot clock. Minnesota's got the ball. Got tossed into the backcourt. They have to reset, and Asuma, and I hate to see that Durkin got right in there and almost grabbed that rebound, and that's where Sicily right there, or I'd have to watch the replay, but whose guy that was. But you gotta get a body on him when a long 3-ball shot goes up like that. Can't let that guy knife all the way down. And DeVries for 3, and he missed it, and it pops off of Enright's hand, and then Alexis dunks it in. So that was a perfect, easy play for Indiana there. All right, Asuma's got it. Minnesota's working it here. They get it into Turner. He passes it back out. Durkin shoots it. Trent Sicily with the rebound. Nice, strong rebound to clear that out right there. All right, get the ball to Alexis. Now back to DeVries around the perimeter to Wilkerson. He's open for a 3. Gotta go. He had a good look there. Thought that one was going to go in. Oh, get that rebound. All right. And Minnesota was the guy just barreled into a bunch of people. And all right, Indiana's got the ball here. 43-40. Alexis drives on Turner, and a foul called. He went for the reverse there, and you can just tell Turner is getting worked over. It's off of Sicily, tipped that ball up into the air. Does that count as an assist? A pretty decent block by Turner there on that reverse, honestly, but he got him with some body on the bottom. Yeah, and Turner, he's in there as a stopgap player almost. So, he's just not ready for this. So he goes out, and looks like Grove came back in. Grove is back in with 4 fouls. All right, Minnesota, they get it up top to Asuma, and he nails a three to tie the game back up. So every time Indiana does a little something positive, Minnesota's coming right back and making a play to Connerway drives it in and misses the layup. A tough shot in the lane with somebody on him, but like it was gonna go for when he put it up. All right, Minnesota. Yeah. Tyson hits a three for Minnesota, and 46-43, Minnesota is ahead. It's Indiana is gonna have their work cut out for him here. 11-23, and Connerway's got the ball. Fires up a three and just was not really there. A kind of a flat shot, and he stepped back. Minnesota working on the perimeter, pass it out to Johnson. Tyson drives in for Minnesota and draws a foul. Minnesota is fired up, and yeah, it's just different playing in the Big Ten. I mean, it definitely is. I know up there it is cold up there, and let's see what the temperature is up there right now. Yeah, they're having another bad free throw shooting game too. And our D is falling apart. Yeah, leave your comments. This is definitely the scariest game Indiana's played so far, and they're being tested right here, being put right on the ropes. So I would say I don't think it's a disaster game yet. We got to see how this plays out and how it all shakes out in the end. Yes, they're not playing to their potential, and it's definitely. Let's talk about this for a second since it's a commercial break. I was listening to Steve Risley tell this story about Mike Woodson, and they stayed in the same hotel together. And like, I think it was during the NIT, and he said, so I guess like a bunch of people went out or they were looking for a place to go and hang out or drink. Risley and some of the other people, but Mike Woodson just stayed back in the room. And when he got back, he thought he was dead. And then Mike Woodson told him that he's like, "Oh, I didn't tell you. I sleep with my eyes open." Like I heard that story is like, but only Mike Woodson would be sleeping with his eyes open in the room, and everybody thinks he's dead. I mean, hilarious story. He is gonna come on the show at some point. I've messaged him, not Mike Woodson, but Risley, and hopefully at some point. I would definitely like to make this show more like have more guests on, but I mean, I'm still in the process of kind of like trying to. I'd almost have to hire a person to just help me with some like scheduling stuff like that because with my other business and this at the same time, and my other business actually makes money, and this doesn't really make as much money, but um, yeah, it's always a work in progress here at Indiana Sports Connection. I mean, I'm the only guy doing a live stream in my Grinch pajamas in my recliner. You know, this is how you live in the Midwest, right here. There you go. I thought there was a joke there to be had. It's like, I mean, maybe he was sleeping while he was coaching the team. It's like his eyes were just glazed over. There were times I saw him as the looks he had in those press conferences. I thought, boy, he might be asleep right now. Heck yeah, thank you, Rick. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know anything. I I know. I don't know how like Jim Coyle gets all the good guests on his show. All right, Indiana, a lot of dribbling and a nice pass. Indiana down 5. It really needed a basket like that there. So 10-25, and it's 45-48 now. And yeah, good sequence there on offense to get a good but Minnesota working it. They're trying to 7 to shoot for Minnesota. Johnson with the ball drives in. He's just looking for a foul, and he that just was like a prayer. I mean, he took like a Euro step right into that guy, and it went in though. 15 for him in this game. 45-50 now. 9:40 on the clock. Indiana with the ball. Sam Lexus drives down in, and no foul called on that play. Good block for Minnesota there. I guess that. I mean, I thought that was a foul right there. And Minnesota nails a 3, 53-45. Indiana is behind. 9:23 left in this, and Indiana takes a timeout. And you remember heading into halftime, I said was hoping that Indiana would have 44 points. They have like barely scored since like 5 minutes left in that first half. I think Indiana's only scored like 10 points. I think they had 35 with about 5 minutes. So yeah, in like the last 15 minutes, I mean, they've only made maybe 2 or 3 field goals, and they went to the free throw line for some of those. Well, you lose this game, and then you're kind of staring at Louisville, where I mean, you just don't want to lose 2 games in a row in December. I mean, with a really tough stretch of games, you cannot lose this game. Indiana has got to. Here we go. Indiana can win. I believe too. They can win this game. I mean, this is not. I've always thought if it's over like 10 points with about 8 minutes left, you need to start chipping away at it. And I mean, they're not to that point. They need to get some stops. Their defense is not getting any stops. And Reed Bailey there again. I mean, I know Indiana get the ball back, but you get the ball knocked out of your hands. You got to like completely reset up your offense and try to get something going. I mean, Minnesota's doing a good job of really disrupting like everything. Some of these teams with the transfer portal, it's so hard to tell, like, how bad will Minnesota really be, or, what teams will really be like the complete bottom dweller teams. They're playing tight defense on DeVries around the perimeter. Guy is all over Wilkerson. He fakes him out, and Wilkerson nails a 3. He really needed that. Great shot fake there to get the guy to jump and then to just nail the 3. They really needed that. They need Wilkerson right now to come alive. Minnesota drives down in, and Wilkerson with the block comes up huge again, and Bailey bringing the ball up the court here. Drives down into the baseline, then passes it out to Enright around the perimeter. He dribbling towards the right side. Now passes it to Bailey in the lane. He turns, Trent Sisley, and Minnesota gets a rebound. 48-53. Indiana would have been good to get a better look there, but Minnesota's defense has been killing them. And a back cut. Oh, and he picked his pocket. What a great defensive play. And DeVries wide open for three, and he hits that in. That's how quickly Indiana can turn it around from that type of a deficit right there. A couple of threes go in, and they're right back within 2 points. All right. I mean, and the two guys that they need to do it, Lamar Wilkerson hitting the three, then making a defensive play, and then Connor Enright right there with a great pass, cross-court pass right there in the open court to find DeVries wide open. All right, they got to get it going. Oh, yeah. You know, Minnesota, they have just been hanging tough in this game. This dude has made a real career out of these mayhem commercials. I mean, some of these people like Flo. Now, you don't have to pay the Geico guy, but they've been around for like 20 years. Must be nice. Soaking up all that free insurance. Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, they've kind of got knocked back in this game, but I mean, oh wow. I got to look up that I was just looking at the kind of pregame stuff of that, and I thought that was going to be a high scoring game with Arkansas. I just thought Arkansas was much worse at playing that style. Yeah, I got to look up those stats because, well, Louisville, Louisville probably won't lose 2 games in a row, so they'll come into the Indiana game like mad as a hornet and just want to blow them out of the water. But here we go. We're back. Oh, Robbie Hummel. Everybody loves Robbie Hummel. He's like the anointed son of announcing Indiana basketball games. I feel like. Right. Minnesota's got it. Trying to get a slasher down low, and Tyson got it. I don't know why he did that, or if he thought he was going to get a foul call, but he just walked out of bounds, and kind of just a stupid play by him. I mean, really. All right, Enright's got the ball. Indiana with a chance to tie it or take the lead, and Wilkerson takes it down low and gets a shot, kind of partially blocked. It's just kind of an awkward place to finish right there. Oh my gosh, Minnesota with a drive, and a ball bounces around, goes in. 51-55 now, right at the 7-minute mark, and Indiana's got the ball. So you don't want to let Minnesota have the Oop, and I just missed that play. But Minnesota's got the ball back. Tyson drives in and misses the layup, but goes to the free throw line. And but this is an intense game. I mean, I was not ready for you play those non-conference games and they just aren't nearly as physical. I mean, the crowd, everything. I mean, Minnesota, they got some people up in the rafters in that barn, so they got yeah, we just forget. I mean, this guy's a new coach and he's trying to put a good impression and he's a big Minnesota fan, so Minnesota, I mean, yeah, they're getting paid too. Reed Bailey to Wilkerson, and he puts it in. Nice pass by Reed Bailey and a nice cut by Wilkerson to get down by the basket with nobody. Kind of just fell asleep right there. Minnesota driving in to Johnson, and he makes it and the foul. God, these are tough. Every possession in this just seems like it's been really tough. Yeah, they are flat. Indiana is flat. Missed that free throw. 60-53. Indiana down 7. Need a basket. DeVries drives into the lane, passes it out to Enright. Enright finds Wilkerson. Wilkerson drives right. Now passes it to Bailey. Bailey spins, and he has got to be able to finish around the basket. He just does. That was not a good look right there for him. And Minnesota drives right in and makes the basket. IU in big time trouble here. We're getting down to 5 minutes, and it's a 9-point lead. Come on, DeVries going, and he misses the shot. He backs the guy down in and misses the shot. Ooh, and Minnesota missed that. And a foul called on Indiana. I mean, right now they really need to hit a 3-pointer or something because it is coming unraveled for IU. It's so easy when everything's going good to share the ball and to know who to have take the shots and do all that stuff when you're ahead or you feel like you have control. I mean, and in this game, you can see it's like they go to Reed Bailey on that. Oh, and that's his 4th offensive foul. That was huge on Crocker Johnson. So, I mean, that was really, they just shot themselves in the foot right there for no reason and gave the ball back to Indiana when they had no. Oh, and he say he put his elbow out. I mean, all right, Conaway gets the basket to go 55-62. I don't care at this point. Indiana's got to do whatever they can to win this game. In the end, if they win this game, you'll forget, 3 weeks from now how terrible they played. Durkin for 3 for Minnesota. It's a 10-point game with 4 minutes left now. And you know, I remember like there was a game like 2 years ago when they played at Minnesota where it was like, I mean, Trace Jackson Davis, I think, had to bring him back like 8 points in the last like 2 minutes of the game or something like that, where he just, but it can just be a really difficult place to shoot the ball because of the weird building. And they love to turn the heat off up in there. They do. Yeah, rebounding. Rebounding is like not good right now. I mean, I don't even want to look at the stats of this game. This is not a good one to all right. We're still 33% on 3-pointers, and we got
What's that song about gangsters moving on sneaky like?
Real cheese was in silence like lasagna. You were
What? Spin it.
now playing on Amazon Music. Wendy's has new chicken. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies. They're so good. Maybe we should change our. For tendies, you're gonna know my name.
wow. I mean, Minnesota is really ahead in like every single statistical category. Total rebounds 29-17, 7-5. Minnesota's leading in the offensive rebounds. Leading the defensive rebounds 12-22 right now. 6 steals for IU, 5 steals for them, and 14 turnovers for Minnesota, and Indiana's still losing this game. They got 4 minutes. They got 4 minutes to really pull their head out of their ass right now and like do something and get some stops. I mean, that's the thing. You got to stop them right now. To score 10 points. I mean, you're just gonna have to limit them to only making a couple more baskets, but they can make it up quick if they hit some threes. DeVries and Wilkerson, like they need to run somebody needs to run off of a screen. We've not seen that in this half. I mean, we've had more opportunities to get the ball down low, but overall, we have not had just not had a lot of good looks from the outside that were caused by us passing the ball where we got a good look that way. I mean, Wilkerson had a good look from a nice ball fake, but it just hasn't seemed like it's come from the offense, from like the natural offense that DeVries. It's just been difficult. So 56-65, and Connerway at the line hits the free throw after that offensive foul. So that offensive foul was huge. I mean, they had the ball and could have really scored and put a dagger towards Indiana, and stay on him. Alexis backed off, gave him a free shot, and he bricks it off the back of the rim, and then Indiana gets the ball back. All right, whether it was a tie up, but Alexis went back after it. It was a ball fake or whatever, but he just was wide open under there and missed a point blank layup. Connor Enright hurt his arm or his shoulder. Connerway drives all the way into the basket, and that was a great aggressive drive by him. All right, take it to Minnesota right now. Stay. They have got to be. Yeah, the defense has got to be stellar. All right, they're getting Minnesota here now. A little bit running. Don't do that. Oh my God, Conaway threw that behind his back. I thought he was gonna just turn over stupidly there, but all right, he's got it. DeVries trying to set a screen. Conaway's isolated and out of bounds, but they're saying it's Indiana's ball. I don't know if they're going to challenge this here, but yeah, I mean, to me, I don't think they're going to reverse. This is the same as that other one because that guy's hand was on the ball, kind of like, yeah. Listen to Robbie Hummel. Can you see it here? And he never touched it after that. So, or did it roll off the hand of Asuma here? Well, thank you for everybody for joining. We got 64 people in here, so this is a really tough call here. Yep, it's gonna be off on Conaway here. I think it rubbed off of him, rubbed off of his clothes. That's part of your body, part of I don't know. All right, it's Minnesota's ball. What stream? It's on Big Ten Network. And I don't know if I mean sometimes people put sometimes people some Chinese channels they'll put like the game on for so long. Sometimes it'll be on there for a long time until YouTube takes it off. But yeah, I mean I can't show the game or even if the audio. That was a late call, but taking Conaway right here at the end, like this dude just has a killer instinct. Oh yeah, he went full arm up at the chin there. So I mean, they're making some really stupid plays. I mean, Minnesota, you got to be aggressive, but they're kind of being a little bit too aggressive here. Minnesota going to a zone here. DeVries to Conaway over to Wilkerson for three, and he missed it right off the back. He had a pretty good look over there too, and that was like the little better ball movement. But boy, they really would like to. I would like to see that one go. Minnesota is working it around here, kind of slow playing it a little bit. All right, DeVries gets the rebound. So to Enright, back to DeVries, to Conaway, to Wilkerson, to Enright. Now he loses it for a second. Back to Conaway, and Wilkerson's wide open again. You can't miss that one. All right, he's wide open over there and made it. So, all right, they can really put the heat on them. It's a 3-point game with 152, 62-65. Now Indiana needs to really focus and close this thing out because you have Minnesota. Oh, And Wilkerson knocked the ball out of his hands. Oh, on Wilkerson. That was just like he knocked the ball out of his hands. They were both going for it. I mean, yeah, just all right. Missed these free throws. $62-66. Yeah, and I don't know if Minnesota's going to stay in the zone, but I think Indiana just needs to get down, make the first, and he misses the second one, so that's good. Get down, make this shot, get right back into pressing them, and they're struggling with that. So Connerway drives, now throws it to Wilkerson, and he misses the shot, and they don't call a foul. Minnesota gets the ball. There's 1:20 on the clock, 62-66. Indiana still playing straight up defense here. This might be it for Indiana. They hit these free throws. It's going to be tough. If Indiana doesn't score on the next possession, that's really going to cook them. Wilkerson does not elevate at all when, and this is the newer way. If you watch like guys in the NBA, it's most of these guys don't elevate. But that, I mean, that should have been a block right there, like he said. But I noticed that he does not play like a real vertical game. A lot of these guys in the NBA do the same thing. It's not unheard of. If you watch like James Harden, they're more of like use the gather step and these long steps to, rather than just jumping and, dunking. But right. Enright drives in, gets it out to Sicily in the corner, and he misses the three ball. 62-67, under a minute now, and Indiana, they're going for the foul. DeVries fouls him. He definitely could be. I mean, this was surprising. I really did not see this coming. I thought this was a trap game for Indiana, but Minnesota's playing better. I mean, this sucks. It's good. He missed it. So there's still hope here. Indiana can do something here. Get it to DeVries. Bring it. Oh. Boy. God, if he would have made that three, it would have totally changed it. 2-point game with 46 seconds. But this is not Indiana's night. I mean, they're not making shots. Minnesota took them completely out of their game. And no, just not good. Yeah, I mean, Tucker DeVries, yeah, he's got 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 points. I mean, that's just a bad off night for him. Wilkerson he's got 15 right now, but it's I mean, Sicily had a bad night, only 3 points. I mean, Connor Enright played okay. I mean, he had some good passes, 7 assists for Enright, but everybody struggled. Everybody struggled to score. Reed Bailey, 6 points, 4 rebounds in 20 minutes. He's got to score like 14 in a game like this. Sam Alexis in 19 minutes, 10 points. I mean, him too could have, I feel like got more in this game. Minnesota really just hung around the entire time and kept it close and really just kind of made their move right here at the end. So, but we'll see. I mean, Indiana still has a shot. I mean, I'd never give up till the end, you know. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, he had a terrible game. Even, I mean, making that last 3 would have been huge for him, and well, clock stops. Conaway goes to the line now. Why did they go to the monitor? Like, they go to the monitor for the clock here. Well, maybe they're saving it for Louisville. I don't know. I mean, this is shocking that they lost this game. I gotta say, I really, but I will say this: Minnesota has a new coach. Seemed like their crowd was really fired up, and their players. This Crowder, and I keep calling him maybe the wrong name because of the Crowder in the NBA, but this dude played phenomenal defense on Tucker DeVries the entire game. I mean, he's a big body dude, and he was just handling him. He was a big reason why Indiana was struggling. A couple of their best players. Conaway hits the first one, 63-69 now. Yeah, they did not look good. They did not look good. All right. Minnesota's going to take the ball in. Indiana's in a full court press. And a tie up. But it goes to Minnesota. All right. Well, the next one goes to IU. Oh, turn him. 5 seconds. Wow. I did not see how there was a foul there. It looked like he had him trapped. Well, this is the first time that really DeVries and like this team has just disappointed us. But not good for IU tonight. Mm. Yeah, I mean, these guys got to know when you're Indiana and you play on the road, everybody wants to beat you. It doesn't matter that we haven't even won it for a long time. In all of the Big Ten, we have just the most success. So it just all the fan bases, the old timers, the new timers, it don't matter. They all love to beat Indiana. Just like even if like Notre Dame was bad for a while, everyone still loves to beat Notre Dame.
Returned home to take this job. He wanted to connect with this young man.
Minnesota acting like they won the Super Bowl. Well, they got to be pretty excited. I mean, they've been so bad. Minnesota's been so bad. Yeah, I mean, they have played mostly nobody teams, but I mean, honestly, Minnesota's as much of a nobody team as anybody. I mean, this is a bad night. Just the shots are not going in. Well, IU starts out the Big Ten 0-1, so not a great start. I mean, Minnesota's rushing the court. We're ranked 22nd. I mean, that shows you right there. Minnesota is all about it. You know what? If it's like next year 3 of DeVries and we see like a ton of this, like obviously we're all going to be like super pissed off about it. But it's kind of hard to know what to make of this game right here. Minnesota really took it to Indiana. I mean, they beat them. They beat them and they deserve all the credit. And Indiana showed up flat. I mean, they looked like milk toast out there and just weren't doing anything. So, well, I'm gonna log off of here. Hey, thanks everybody for showing up. We're on here 2 hours. It was so great to see your comments and yeah, they did. They did. That was their Watt shot right there. That was it. Bringing it back to the Clem Haskins days. Nine points to an unranked squad. No more. Yep. I mean, we'll see how they play against Louisville. You know, we got to see him play against a better team. They definitely, you know what? I said it earlier today. I said it can be a trap game. I'm like, you cannot go up there and think that. I've listened to Dan Dockich and he's just the first one that comes to mind, but Todd Leary as well. I mean, other people that said how hard it can be to shoot the ball up there in the barn in Minnesota. And they do leave the doors open and the place is cavernous and it's cold. And Indiana didn't shoot the ball well. And you know, sometimes that's just the type of thing. Oh yeah, he's on the hot seat already. Yeah. one one loss. We'll see. You know, if he goes to the press conference and he says, "Well, the true fans are the ones that," yeah, then he should be on the hot seat. But But disappointing. I shouldn't even be laughing, but I gotta say, this one I was really caught off guard. It wasn't like a game against a highly ranked team where they got blown out. It was like I really thought they were gonna win this game up until the last 5 minutes, and you just gotta hand it to Minnesota. So um this was there. Okay. But yeah, terrible. But I'm gonna jump on. I'm gonna watch Kent Sterling now and see what Kent has to say about all of this stuff, and see what the Assembly Hall has to say, and watch. I'm gonna rewatch some of the Arkansas. Yeah, Woodson is smiling. He's over there going, "That's right. Couldn't get over the hump, just like I said. They can't do it." But I gotta say, I mean, yeah, this is not one. Looking back on the season, you're like, that's a game they should have won. I mean, that is, these types of games are the ones that come back to haunt you. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans. We'll get them next time. I mean, this was the worst game for me to do a live stream of too. So really stay classy out there. Get yourself some milkshakes or some donuts or something. I still got pie in the fridge from Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna eat that now. I'll be talking to you later.